Hey everyone, Scott or the Scottman, and we are here to do not just a drive video, but a driving tour today. We haven't done one of these in quite a while, at least not since the one I did in Flint, Michigan, and we got a big slowdown up. Oh, some guy was turning left and it was almost like trying to make a decision, like, do I want to turn here or not? Anyway, so we're doing a driving tour of Waterford Township, Michigan, or just Waterford, Michigan. So I figured I'd do a driving tour up here in Oakland County for once, because I haven't done one up here in quite a while. But yeah, it is a chilly, overcast day today. We're below freezing right now. So I'm filming this like the middle of December. So even though this is going up well into 2023, it's still 2022 when I'm filming this. My current thermometer is reading 29 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's about -2 Celsius. And it's not going to get that much warmer today, if at all. So I'm on Cass Lake Road right now. I started the video over at the border of Keego Harbor and Waterford, Michigan. We'll be in Waterford in its entirety today. Okay, so we'll make a left turn here onto Cass Elizabeth Road. So we'll head on this for a little bit. Yeah, this video I think is going to be kind of lengthy. I don't see this being any less than an hour and a half. It could even get up to 2 hours for all we know. But I'll find out as I keep recording this. But of course, you'll be able to tell easily in the video because you'll see how long the video is. That's because I'm going to be driving all around Waterford. So I'll be driving all over the place. So obviously I won't be able to go down every single road because that would take maybe even more than a day. But anyway, so we're going to turn down Parkway Drive up here to the left. And over to the right, that is Fork and Pine. That is a really good restaurant. I remember going there to do one of my food videos a long time ago, like a few years ago. Yeah, they have some really good food. A little fun fact too, I actually went there for lunch today, just before I started this video. I was like, since I'm in the area, it's like, why not go back and have some great food? I had their pulled pork sandwich, topped with coleslaw, aka the Scottman classic. And of course, French fries on the side. It was really good. But as you can tell, there's a little bit of snow on the ground, although not much. Like, we got a dusting to half an inch of snow last night. It's like, let's just say, like, if today was Christmas Day, I would not really consider this to be a white Christmas, because this is kind of bleh. But it was enough to make the roads very icy last night, especially when it was well after dark. But yeah, Parkway Drive is mainly just, or Parkway Street is mainly just a residential street, but the main attraction is at the very end of this road, is we have Dodge No. 4 State Park, which is a small state park in the state of Michigan. So we're not going to drive around the park, but I'll just enter it very briefly. Because right here, there's the gatehouse for the park, although I don't think there's going to be anybody inside there this time of the year. So yeah, the good news is, yeah, I have one of those recreation passports, so I don't have to worry about having to self-register or anything. Because if you have a recreation passport, which gets you to all the state parks in Michigan, it's like, yeah, it's like, just go right in. But yeah, you got different picnic shelters. There's a boat launch here. And there's also, to the right over there, there's a beach on Cass Lake, which Cass Lake is the largest lake in Waterford. There's a lot of lakes in Waterford Township, with Cass Lake being not only the biggest lake, but also the deepest lake. And Cass Lake, it's in a lot of Waterford, but also goes into neighboring Keego Harbor and Orchard Lake Village, and also into West Bloomfield. It is a big lake. But I figure it'd be best just to come down here just to show off the state park. It's really small. So it's not really much of a park to explore in the winter time or anything, but in the summer it's a nice place to be. So anyway, so we're going back the opposite direction on Parkway Street, and we'll take this back up to Castle Elizabeth, and then we'll continue our way west. Yeah, I don't see me ever filming that park, though, just because it is rather small, and it's just the beach area, picnic areas, and there's a tiny trail, but let's just say if I were to film a video there, it'd probably be like 2 or 3 minutes. And it's like, not really that much, but I'm not saying don't go, because yeah, it's a nice beach area, but it is nice though that you can live in the suburbs like Waterford, for example, and you can just drive over to a beach and go swimming. Although I guess maybe in the middle of winter you could probably go ice fishing or something. That's always possible. So yeah, maybe I'll take that back a little bit, because you might be able to go ice fishing or even ice skating or something. It's no different than when I went to Lake St. Clair Metro Park a year and a half ago, and I got to walk on the ice over there, which that was really cool. Anyway, so we're continuing back to the west on Castle Elizabeth Road. So right now we're in the southern part of Waterford, and off to the right, that is Elizabeth Lake. It's not as big as Cass Lake, but still a halfway decent sized lake. There's even a marina off to the right there. I can't recall if there's public access to Elizabeth Lake. Cass Lake there is, but Elizabeth Lake, I can't remember if there is. If there is, I think we may drive by a place where there might be something, but we'll be doing that in a little while. Because again, we'll be going all over Waterford, so we'll be seeing some roads twice, just to cover a lot of ground. And then what I like to do with all these different driving tour videos, I like to go into some of the residential areas too, just to get a feel of like all the neighborhoods, in case, let's say, you're looking to buy a home here at some point. I'm not going to go in any along in here, but there's going to be a little neighborhood that's off Cooley Lake Road. That's the road we'll be coming up to in like half a mile or so. So I think there's going to be like several of them we'll be going through in this video. And yeah, because I see this video going over an hour and a half easily. I will most likely have to stop the video at some place to put a new battery in my GoPro, because I feel like when I film on the GoPro, I can only get about an hour and a half in terms of content before I have to put in a new battery. Small elementary school there, Haviland Elementary. And here is Cooley Lake Road. Light's currently green. I don't think it'll stay green for too much longer. Nope, not at all. So yeah, we'll make a left turn onto Cooley Lake Road over here. Alright, so we'll make a left turn here. So Waterford Township is one of the northwest suburbs of Metro Detroit. Although it's like, I've been finding out there's been quite a bit of a debate on what Metro Detroit really is. Because for a lot of people who are from out of town, if you're to say, oh, I'm from Metro Detroit, be like, what's that? Because yeah, basically when we say like Metro Detroit, that's typically like the metropolitan area of Detroit. And depending on some definitions, some people might even include Ann Arbor as well too. Although Ann Arbor, I don't know, I feel like we all have our own opinions, but I feel like Ann Arbor is outside of Metro Detroit though. Even though it's not that far, because we're going like a half hour west of Detroit Metro Airport, but... So yeah, make a left turn there, that's Hiller Road. That'll eventually take you into West Bloomfield. Which I remember doing a driving tour there, I think 3 years ago or something like that. I can't remember. It's been a while. So we'll be going into our first neighborhood or subdivision in a few moments here. Not this one. So we'll go into this subdivision, but we'll turn in at the next entrance. We'll be coming out from there, though. Okay, so we'll make a right turn over here. So this is Meadowcrest Drive. And what I like to do when I go to all the different neighborhoods, I usually like to, in case you are looking to buy a home here someday, it's like I usually look at the prices on like Zillow, like the average price. In this neighborhood, prices tend to be around like $250,000 to $300,000. But you got a mix of single-story and two-story homes in here. And as you can tell, it's like because we had a little bit of snow last night, it's like the road is a little bit wintry, but it's not too bad though. It doesn't look icy. Yeah, nice little neighborhood. Make a right turn here, go on to Meadow Green Drive. But what's pretty cool about this subdivision is that every street name has the word meadow in it. Or at least every road I've seen so far. Got Meadow View. Alright, we'll have to make a turn here because it's a dead end down that way. And then Meadowwood. So maybe when I'm driving around this neighborhood, I could be Scottman895 travel. And don't call me that, please. The name Scott Meadowman just does not sound right. But yeah, very, very nice neighborhood. Yeah, this is not slick at all. Okay, and then we'll make a left turn here, and then we'll... So this is Meadowdale, which is very, very short, and then I'll make a right turn here. And I got a little bit of a wait. Oh, never mind. He's able to go, and nope, the coast is not clear. Okay, so now I can turn. So we'll head back to the west side on Cooley Lake Road, continuing our way west through the southern parts of Waterford. So he's made a full circle. Let's make a right turn and go into this. No, I'm just kidding. That's what we just did. So over in here, this is the unincorporated community of Four Towns. It's unincorporated because there aren't any post offices or anything. And back where you saw those like townhomes or whatever those were, there used to be an old elementary school there, but they tore that down a long time ago. Matter of fact, I'm even seeing some snow flurries too. Like nothing major, but I think they're calling for off and on snow flurries throughout the day. So thankfully, I don't think it's gonna be anything that we're have to worry about having hazardous travel or anything. And along Cooley Lake Road, especially once you get over here, you got some small businesses like we passed by a laundromat, you have a gas station. There's even a bowling alley on the other side of this traffic light at Hospital Road. So up over here on the right, yeah, you got Waterford Lanes, which is a bowling alley, and it got a little market, also a restaurant. And then over here is one of the campuses for Oakland Community College. This is the Highland Lakes campus. So we'll go ahead and we'll drive in here for a little bit. And yeah, this road looks like they could have, I don't know, like this could get a little slick. But thankfully there's not really anybody on this road. Let's test the brakes. Yep, yeah, it's a little icy. Thankfully, there's nobody around, so this will be easy. Because when it comes to driving on snowy or icy roads, it's like if you're all by yourself, it's not a big deal. Just drive slow and you'll be just fine. But if there's a whole bunch of other cars, that's when things can get a little bit crazy. So it's a nice little campus, and what's cool is that when I was a little kid, I was like, I think 3 or 4 years old, because when I was born, my parents and I were living in West Bloomfield, just to the south of here, and we used to go sledding here, and we used to go sledding at this hill right here. I don't think that amphitheater was there though, but it's like we used to park along the side of the road. I don't think you can't do that now, but you could back in the day. But we used to go sledding down that hill, which is really cool. As a matter of fact, I think my parents even was filming us going sledding on one of the days too. And I just remember that my mom was filming my dad going down the hill, and he went over a big, like a big hill or a bump or something, to where his sled went flying off the ground for like 1 or 2 seconds. So it was all on tape, which is really cool. But I think I was just driving on some parking spaces, but it's not a problem. And yeah, it's a nice little campus though. Yeah, you can hear the ice. Yeah, nobody's coming. It's like, I'm not even gonna put my foot on the brake right now, just for safety reasons. Although I think I may have no choice, because we got a sharp curve ahead and I got a stop sign, so it's like you can't have the excuse of, it's too slippery, I can't stop. Because if a police officer was here, he's like, I don't care, you're getting a ticket anyway. So yeah, anyway, so this becomes Woodland Drive, and this'll, yeah, so like they have a stop sign there, like ours is further back that way. So yeah, we got 2 entrances into the Highland Lakes campus of OCC. The first one, the one we went in, was off Cooley Lake Road. There's one off Hospital Road, which is over here. So what we're going to do next is we're going to head back down to Cooley Lake Road. But Hospital Road is there's not really much to see on Hospital Road. It's just a road serving just residential neighborhoods. So no real point of interest, I would say. One thing I've never understood, though, is this is Hospital Road, yet it does not go anywhere near or to a hospital. Because if you go on Hospital Road from Cooley Lake Road and you go all the way up to M59 or Highland Road, there's not even a medical center off this road, and does not go to one. Which I have never understood that. Oh well. Okay, so we're going to make a right turn. We're going to continue our way west on Cooley Lake Road. So congratulations, we made it back, and we can just make the light. Okay, so we just made a full circle. OCC, or Oakland Community College, has, I think, 3, if not maybe even at least 4 different campuses. Like this is Highland Lakes campus, as I was just pointing out. And then there's also the campus down in Farmington Hills. There's one over by Oakland University off Squirrel Road. And I think, I'd like to say there's a 4th one, maybe like in Royal Oak, but I could be wrong on that. But yeah, it's like, yeah, over along in here you got McDonald's, you even got a KFC up ahead, got some restaurants. post office, a bank. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that restaurant used to be a Big Boy. Okay, so we'll make a right turn at this traffic light ahead. This is going to be Williams Lake Road. Yeah, this is good timing. So, Cooley Lake Road right here. We're on the border of Waterford and West Bloomfield. So West Bloomfield's on the left side, although once you cross over Williams Lake Road, then you get on the border of White Lake Township and Commerce Township, which those are two areas where I've done driving tours in. So it's like in this general area, Waterford's the only one I haven't done one in yet. But anyway, we're now on Williams Lake Road. We're going north. So we're on the border of Waterford Township on the right and White Lake Township on the left. So over here, Williams Lake Road, for the most part, serves just residential neighborhoods. Then they're even building a new one over here too. But yeah, momentarily on the right side, we'll be going by one of the many parks here in Waterford. And I just, yeah, they're going pretty slow up ahead. Yeah, over here to the right, this is Hess Hathaway Park, which is a little park here in the western end of Waterford. I think they even have a farm here too. Yep. I don't see anything out though today. Okay, looks like they've picked up the pace a little bit. But yeah, with the weather though, it's like it's been very cloudy lately. Like the sun has not popped out very often. When it does, I'm usually at work. Anyway, going back to what I was talking about earlier with what is Metro Detroit, it's like there are many different definitions of what Metro Detroit is. Like some people will say that only goes out to like Waterford, Rochester, Pontiac, and West Bloomfield, like to the north, or like the Shelby Township and Sterling Heights. Or a lot of people will even include all of Oakland County or Macomb County, like even like going all the way up to like Lake Orion and Oxford or Clarkston. Where other people would be like, doesn't go any further than Southfield. It's like, but it's like everybody has their own definitions. But I generally just consider everything in Oakland County, Macomb County, and Wayne County, Metro Detroit. So anyway, we're going to make a right turn here at Elizabeth Lake Road. So we'll head to the east and go back into Waterford proper. But yeah, there's not that much more to the north on Williams Lake Road going up to M59. It's mainly just a golf course along with residential neighborhoods. But yeah, with how cold it is right now, it just got cold. Because up until, I think, yesterday, we were seeing highs above freezing each day. But we got a lot of colder weather coming up, so the lakes, I think, are going to start freezing over in the coming week or two. Because as a matter of fact, right after Christmas Day, I'm going to be heading down south for a couple weeks. So it's like, so that'll be something if I was to come back from the southern part of the United States and people have like ice fishing shanties on the lakes already or something. It's always possible. Because when it comes to Christmas Day, for what they're forecasting, it's definitely going to be one of the colder Christmases. Maybe in the top 10 coldest. Yep, so this is Hospital Road. Once again. We'll make a right turn at the upcoming traffic light. Because what we'll do is we'll head back down to Cooley Lake Road. And then to the left, that is Beaumont Elementary School. And another cool thing is when I was like 4 years old, my parents and I used to take me there. Again, we lived in West Bloomfield, so it wasn't all that far. Like I used to play at the little park at the elementary school when I was like 4 years old. And as a matter of fact, it was on tape as well too. Although back then I was using just a traditional camcorder. Yeah, they had these little VHS-C tapes that you would use. It was not something that could be put on a computer and upload to YouTube, because back in the early 90s, YouTube was only a fantasy. So anyway, so this is Lock Haven Road. This is just a smaller residential road that's mainly just serves like residential neighborhoods. But it's like, when you think about it, back in 1992 and 1993, it's like not many people had computers, and like we did not have cell phones, so it's like we had to pay extra money to dial long distance. Remember those days? And unfortunately, my car is going to get muddy because yeah, we got this stretch over here is not paved. And it says end speed zone, but I'm gonna drive really slow, because otherwise my car is gonna look like Swamp Thing or something when I get done through here. So hopefully nobody comes up behind me, or they're gonna splatter a bunch of mud all over my car when they try to pass me. I was kind of hoping that this would have been snow covered or something, but unfortunately, no. But it's like when these roads are that muddy, it's like you want to go really slow, so that way, again, your car doesn't look like the creature from the Black Lagoon or something. But it's like, it's really interesting though that this is just a small stretch that is not paved, and then like coming up here, it's paved again. So I have no idea why this has not been paved. It was like that even when I was like 4 years old. And keep in mind, that was 30 years ago. So it's like this road has not really changed in 30 years. Oh well. My car was dirty anyway, so it was not too big of a deal. I just did not want to have it to where there's a bunch of mud even as high up as my door handle. So, yep, anyway, this is going to take us back to Cooley Lake Road. And over to the right, there's even a small park to Harrington Park. Although it looks like it's only a seasonal park because it's not, because it was all gated up, so they don't let people in during the winter time. But I know they got like different softball fields or baseball fields over in there. Okay, so we'll make a left turn. We'll go back to the east on Cooley Lake Road. If we're to continue south on Lock Haven, that'll take you into West Bloomfield and ends up at Willow Road down in West Bloomfield. Yeah, when I was talking about Four Towns earlier, yeah, like note how that church is called Four Towns United Methodist Church. So yeah, it's like we're now heading east on Cooley Lake Road this time, and that's that same neighborhood we drove into earlier. So now we're going to be heading over to the east part of Waterford. So yeah, we'll have to stop. But yeah, oh yeah, this is the Clinton River, right? Oh no, it's just turned green. So yeah, we just went over the Clinton River. I forgot to point that out earlier, but which yeah, the Clinton River eventually empties out into Lake St. Clair over at Lake St. Clair Metro Park, which is what I just was talking about that park several minutes or so ago. So this road, this part of Cooley Lake Road is a little scenic because we go along Elizabeth Lake over here. So here's the lake off to the right. So you can tell it's definitely not frozen yet, although it likely will be in a couple weeks. Because we got a lot of cold weather coming up. It's like with how cold it is right now, it's like this is going to be just a warm-up for what's to come. Because it's only going to get colder. Like, so the trip down south is going to be very welcome. Yeah, I don't think there's a public access unless, or wait, there might, wait a minute, there could have been something off Castle Elizabeth over by that marina. Watch there was, and be like, I get a comment on here, it's like, yo, Scottman, you just passed a boat ramp. It's like, how would you miss that? And then we'll make a right turn onto Elizabeth Lake Road. So this is where Cooley Lake Road ends, and then yeah, there's a restaurant there it's called Fourth Tavern. So that restaurant used to be called Village Place. And I think I had to wait for this car. Okay, we can go now. So there used to be a restaurant there called Village Place, and I remember when I was like, I think I was like 5 or 6 years old, we had like a big family dinner that used to be Village Place, which is located along Crescent Lake over there. I don't remember the food there because I was too little. It was back in the days where I would not have wanted to try coleslaw yet. So yeah, to the right, I got a little golf course in there, but obviously because the bunkers are all snowy, it's not the time of the year to go golfing here. Yeah, what is nice though is that this stretch of Elizabeth Lake Road is 5 lanes, so it does make traffic flow a lot more nicely. And we got a nice little hill that we're about to go down. It's like but yeah, along Elizabeth Lake Road, in here you got a lot of different businesses. There's a U-Haul there. Although I think they moved off to the former Kmart that's off Cass Lake Road. Now that Chicken King restaurant closed down. But I just got a couple of gas stations over here, 7-Eleven and a red light we have to stop at for Cass Lake. So let us continue, and along Elizabeth Lake Road, on this side and the other side of M59, we got some fast food restaurants too. You got Burger King to the left on this side. I'm going to try to avoid a lot of M59 in this video, because I already done videos on M59 itself. We got a Wendy's and a McDonald's up ahead, and there's also a restaurant, CJ's Upper Deck Bar and Grill to the right. I think when I was younger, it used to be called Pepe's. Okay. Oh, cool. Just turned green. So yeah, this traffic light's for Scott Lake Road. We'll be going on Scott Lake Road later. Not from here, but we'll go on it later in this video, though. Like from a different angle. Or from a different entry point. Alright, we'll make a right turn to Voorhees Road. Although it's easier to get on the Voorhees Road from M59 because it's more direct, but I wanted to go by those couple fast food places, so I figure change it up a little bit. And before I ask, this road was not named after Jason Voorhees. In fact, Voorhees is spelled differently. So I think we're going to have to wait a little bit for this traffic light. Which is why it would have been a lot faster to come up from 59, but I already have a video of M59. Alright, so yeah, we had to wait for quite a while. But what's interesting is that Voorhees Road from 59 all the way to Telegraph Road or US 24, this is a little shortcut to go between the two roads. This is heavily traveled. And we'll make a left turn here, so we'll go into another little neighborhood. Oh, good. There's a little bit of a gap, so I can go ahead and make a turn here. So this neighborhood is a lot lower in price. Like the home prices in here are averaging between $120,000 and $170,000. And thankfully these roads aren't that bad. Not ice, they're not even really snow covered, so it'll make things a little bit easier to drive on. Alright, we'll make a left turn onto Josephine Avenue. Matter of fact, if I were to turn right onto Josephine, that would take us back down to Voorhees. And that traffic light up ahead is for M59. Which, yeah, a little fun fact, M59 is Highland Road in western Oakland County, but once you get over to like Elizabeth Lake Road area, like where we are right now, this becomes Huron Street as it starts to go into Pontiac. So we're going to cross over M59 once it turns green, and we'll continue then. And over there, you got a Chinese restaurant, China Jade. Again, when I was very little and we lived in West Bloomfield, that was the Chinese restaurant that my parents got takeout from. So what we're about to drive by next is where Summit Place Mall used to be. Because the traffic light up ahead, that is Elizabeth Lake Road, but once we cross over the traffic light, this becomes Summit Drive. Because we're over in the area by Summit Place Mall now. Well, what used to be Summit Place Mall. Okay, so if you look to the right, not immediately there, but if you look to the right, that is where Summit Place Mall used to be. And the mall has been torn down. It's like back in the 80s and the 90s, it was a pretty busy mall. Like there was a lot going on in there. It's like you had a JCPenney, you had a Sears, Kohl's, maybe even Hudson's too, back when Hudson's was a thing. And there are a lot of stores off to the left. There even used to be a Target over there, but Target moved down to Bloomfield Township over at Square Lake and Telegraph. But it's like with a lot of indoor shopping malls, they have gone down. A lot have gone downhill. In fact, even Lakeside Mall over in Sterling Heights, that's supposed to be torn down in a year or two. But like I remember when I was a little kid that we used to go to the Summit Place Mall all the time. But it was really something to see it no longer there anymore. It's like we used to, it's like, for a long time it was just abandoned, to where the only thing that was open was Macy's. And then that eventually closed too, and then they finally tore it down. Or maybe Sears was the last one. But yeah. And I think I heard something that they're supposed to put something in where Summit Place Mall used to be, but not seeing any signs of that right now. We'll wait and see, though. So right now we're in the county center of Oakland County. Because around in this area you got all your different county offices. I'm gonna hold out my GoPro. This is really bumpy. So, yeah, this is Pontiac Lake Road, and we'll cross over the road once it turns green. And once you cross over Pontiac Lake Road, this becomes County Center Drive. And off to the left, that is where the Oakland County Road Commission, or Road Commission of Oakland County, it's their main office. So it's like they have all the snow plows and salt trucks and a lot of their road construction vehicles, they're all stored there, and that's also where their main offices are. And over here, this is Telegraph Road, so I will, not right there, obviously, but up here, we'll make a right turn. We'll go south on Telegraph. If we cross over Telegraph and continue on County Center Drive, we technically enter the Pontiac city limits, and that is where all the Oakland County offices are. Like, you got the Oakland County Sheriff's Office, the Oakland County Jail, got the Circuit Court for Oakland County. And also, I think Oakland County schools are in there as well, too. But yeah, I'm not going to go in there just because it's technically Pontiac. So it would not be true to this driving tour. And if you were to take County Center Drive or continue on that eventually loops back around over here and it becomes Pontiac Lake Road. And as a matter of fact, that is what we will do next. So we'll make a right turn here to go west onto Pontiac Lake Road. There's nobody coming from the left, so I'll just have to stop and then go. And you got, yeah, more Oakland County offices even over here, too. So if you make a right turn there, that becomes Watkins Lake Road. That'll take over to Scott Lake Road, which is where we're going on next. But I want to go this way because we got a little point of interest I want to drive by over at the intersection of Pontiac Lake Road and not Watkins, but Scott Lake Road. too worried because we're going to be making a right turn at this traffic light. Yeah, this right turn lane is really narrow. And it's just turning red now, so good timing. Alright, so we're now heading north on Scott Lake Road, and to the left, that is Waterford Mott High School. Waterford Township is mostly in the Waterford School District, and that's one of two high schools. Waterford Mott is the newer of the two high schools. It opened up back in 1969, the same year we first went to the moon, back in 1969. And a little fun fact, the current captain of the Detroit Red Wings, Dylan Larkin, went to high school at Waterford Mott. And he was born in Waterford, too. So if we would have taken Watkins Lake Road, this is where we would have ended up. And then Watkins Lake Road continues to the left. We're not going to go down it just because it's just a small secondary road. And to the right, that is Waterford Oaks County Park. The main attraction at that park is they have a pretty big water park there. So like during the summertime, it's a cool place to go to basically get wet and cool down on a hot summer day. And I don't know if they still have it or not, but when I was younger, they used to have a toboggan run too. Which, let me tell you, that toboggan run, you go down really, really fast on that. It's like almost felt like a mini roller coaster. Here we got a railroad crossing. The first one we've seen in this video. Doesn't look too bumpy though, so that's good. And we'll make a right turn at Dixie Highway, or US Highway 24. Okay, yeah, they still had a red light, so I was able to make a turn. And as a matter of fact, I even filmed a video going the opposite direction on US Highway 24. I think just a year ago, I believe. So we'll make a left turn at this traffic light up ahead. If we were to continue on Dixie Highway going southeast, eventually we'll go to Telegraph Road, but it'll take you right into downtown Pontiac. And unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to make this left turn light. Nope, not at all. And I think it's one of those traffic lights where I have to stay stopped at all times. So I'm going to be here for a while. Yeah, I was here for almost 2 minutes. Okay, so we'll head north on Silver Lake Road. It's like around southeast Michigan, there are so many Silver Lake roads. And we just drove by another former big boy, although unlike that other one, that one right there at that intersection, there's nothing in it anymore. So as you'll see momentarily, Silver Lake Road is not that big of a road. Yeah, we're starting to get into the northeast corner of Waterford. We're going in between two lakes here. And we'll make a left turn onto Walton Boulevard. Thankfully, this time I don't have to wait for as long. Alright, so we're now heading west on Walton Boulevard. If we were to go to Walton Boulevard the opposite direction going east, we'd be going right into the northern parts of Pontiac and eventually ends up over going by Oakland University, and it ends up in downtown Rochester. Yeah, this road is really bumpy. Drive so far, and yeah, for the most part, traffic hasn't been all that busy. So even though it's very overcast and it almost looks kind of dull outside, but at least the drive's been pleasant. Almost don't mind having it cloudy because anytime I'm driving toward where the sun would be, you don't have to worry about sun glare. Yeah, a lot of lakes out here in Waterford. Got Wormler Lake on the right. Then Schoolhouse Lake on the left. So we'll eventually continue west on Walton Boulevard, but we're going to make a turn here at Clintonville Road. And it's a good time too because the light's turning red. I'd have to stop anyway. So this works out very well. Okay, so we're now heading north on Clintonville Road. We're only going to go a short distance because I want to go into another neighborhood. So yeah, right now we're in the very northeast corner of Waterford. So we'll continue to the left on Clintonville Road. If we were to continue straight, that turns into Lake Angeles Road. And yeah, you can tell it's an unpaved road. It's very muddy right now, so definitely don't want to go down there. Plus, it goes into the city of Lake Angeles, and that road eventually does end up over at Baldwin Road, and that is where it takes you almost right to where Great Lakes Crossing is. So the neighborhood we're going to be going into is going to be coming up momentarily. But the next street will make a turn. So if we were to go just a little bit more to the north, like maybe like a third of a mile, we'll be entering Independence Township. And Clintonville Road takes it, yeah, it goes up into Independence Township, which is basically the area that's near Clarkston. A second Amazon truck. Okay, so this is Nottingham Drive. So for the home prices I was seeing in here, this is averaging between $270,000 and $350,000. As you can see in here, everything seems to be two-story homes. I think I'm going to turn here. Yep. So head down Stanmore, making sure nobody's coming from the other direction. Yeah, not too much in the way of snow. Well, there's some snow on the road here, but it's not slick or anything, so it's making this a little bit easier to drive on. Well, there's some single-story homes in here too, so there's a little bit of a mix. Okay, we'll head down Woodbourne Drive here, heading west. Okay, make a left turn onto Segundo Drive. And then right turn onto Costa Mesa Road. And this road will take us back out to Clintonville Road. Although it does wiggle a little bit. Oh wow, that's a big snowman. It's like Frosty the Snowman there almost looks taller than the house. Because the last I heard, the song goes, Frosty the Snowman was a jolly happy soul, not a jolly giant soul. Okay, so to continue on Costa Mesa, we have to make a right turn here. Huh, that's probably that same Amazon truck I think we saw when we were on Clintonville. There's another Frosty, but significantly smaller. That one looks more like a jolly happy soul instead of a jolly giant soul. Because that first Frosty that we saw, let's just say if he was wearing shoes, you don't want to see his jolly happy soul, because it'd be the soles of his feet. It'd probably be big enough to crush you. Okay, so we're heading back to the south on Clintonville Road. We'll head back down to Walton Boulevard. Trying to check on my battery. So far it's doing pretty well. I don't need to change the battery just yet. It is interesting though that if you're going south on Clintonville Road, we do have a stop sign here. Huh, that was interesting because technically the car that was coming off Lake Angeles Road had the right of way, but it's like he was signaling me to go instead. So that was nice of him. And here is Walton Boulevard. So we'll make a right turn and we'll continue going west. And there's nobody coming, so we can go ahead and turn. Oh, this is nice pavement here. So remember the pavement here was really bad a while ago, but thankfully they resurfaced this. I got a big water tower for Waterford here. So it's very appropriate to have a water tower in Waterford and to drink some water while you're in Waterford. So it's like when you're driving around it's like when you're in Waterford, it's like it would be really interesting to drink some water while in the water in Waterford while looking at a water tower in Waterford. It looks like they're installing some new traffic lights here because they got an elementary school here, Crescent Elementary. So right now, we're in like the area called Drayton Plains, which it's another unincorporated community, but it's all a part of Waterford. I don't know if it was its own village at one point. If it was annexed into Waterford. Okay, so we'll make a left turn onto Sashaball Road. If we were to make a right turn on Sashaball Road, we eventually head up to Independence Township, and that'll take us up to Pine Knob Music Theater. perfect timing. Just clear it up now. So yeah, this overall area from that intersection back there going all the way down back down to Dixie Highway, yeah, this is Drayton Plains. Again, it's just an unincorporated community because there's no post office. So anybody who lives here will have a Waterford mailing address. Dixie Highway, so we will make a right turn. We'll get on Dixie Highway very briefly, and I don't see any no turn on red sign, so I can go whenever it clears up, which looks like it's gonna be a little. Oh, light just turned red. Perfect timing, or at least for them. That works out very well. Yeah, along Dixie Highway, you got a lot of different businesses. Again, because I filmed a video on this already, so you can see more of that in this video. I could get in the left turn lane, but I shouldn't really get in it too early. Well, yeah, we're about to go anyway. Now, the snow flurry actually starting to pick up. They're dawdling. Okay, so we'll make a left turn onto Fremby's Road, and unfortunately we got quite a bit of a wait. There's a lot of cars coming from the opposite direction. Okay, so perfect timing. So yeah, when I was a kid, there used to be, I don't know if it's there anymore, but to the left there, so we're going south on Fremby's Road. I can't tell if it's still there or open, but there used to be like a little billiards hall where they had a little arcade center there. Where I remember my dad and I, when I was growing up, we used to go there a lot too, because we always played the South Park pinball game that they had there. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. We used to go like up every Sunday to do that. Heck, speaking of South Park, because yeah, South Park is meant to be for people who are 17 years and older to watch that show typically. This is for mature audiences, but I remember one time my dad and I were watching South Park at my grandparents' house, and I was only like 10 years old. I always got a kick out of that. Okay, and this is Hatchery Road. We will make a right turn here. Yeah, we're starting to see more snow flurry action than we were earlier in this video. Okay, nobody's coming, so we'll go ahead and go. We'll go the opposite direction on Hatchery in a little while. Oh, wait a minute. I made a wrong turn. I'm gonna make a U-turn. 1 second, por favor. I meant to go the opposite direction. No worries. Okay, nobody's coming, so I have plenty of room here. If someone was home in that house, be like, "What's that guy doing?" Because yeah, I do want to go that way in a little bit, but I want to go east first. Thankfully, that did not cost me a traffic light. So over here, we got a nice little park. Got the Waterford Township Historical Society Historic Village over in there. I don't think I've ever been in there before. I'll always have to check it out sometime. so we're gonna make a right turn at Saginaw Trail, which happens to be this traffic light over here. And then Dixie Highway is just on the other side of the railroad tracks. So luckily we get to turn right on red here. So this is a nice little residential street that goes right along, or runs parallel with the railroad tracks. So we're gonna go into our next neighborhood over in here. So the home prices in this big neighborhood here, they tend to average between $190,000 and $260,000. We'll turn in a little bit, but I'm not going to turn there. This road is really bumpy. Let's get off by turn here at Litchfield. So now we'll head south on Litchfield. Yeah, looks a nice little neighborhood. Okay, make a right turn here out to Denby Drive. Yeah, I feel like this subdivision is a little bit of a maze in a way. Alright, we'll continue to the left. Oh no, I did not want to go this way. I made another wrong turn. We're on Fairport. I want to stay on Denby Drive, so we're on Fairport Road. We'll make a right turn onto Highfield Drive. But this is not a big deal because we can easily make our way back to Denby Drive. This road does look a little icy, so I gotta be a little careful. Okay, so we'll make a right turn here onto Oakdale Drive here. Huh, this is interesting. This road looks like it was salted, where the other one was not. Is Amazon following me all of a sudden? Because I'm driving by another one. Okay, so yep, here's Denby Drive, so we'll go ahead and make a left turn here. So we're back on Denby Drive, and this will take us over to the Drayton Plains Nature Center. Alright, this is going to be a little dangerous because, yeah, this road's a little icy. At least there's nobody coming. Although, watch I say that, and I'll see a car in like 5 seconds. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. Okay, good. Not today. Yeah, the homes near the Nature Center are a little bit more expensive, though. Yep, and there it is, to the right. Yep, that is Drayton Plains Nature Center. Okay, yeah, don't forget to stop. So yeah, this is still Denby Drive, so it's really interesting how it just wiggles all throughout this neighborhood. This is still a little snow covered, but it doesn't seem to be as slick. A little bit of a bump here, but thankfully my GoPro's on there pretty well, so I don't have to worry about this flying off the dashboard. Yep, so then now this becomes Highfield Road. But yeah, we were just on this a little while ago. from the opposite direction. Oh, there's even a little elementary school to the right there too. Cooley Elementary School. I'm curious why that's called Cooley Elementary School when Cooley Lake Road is completely at the other end of Waterford, going to the south of here. Oh well. I don't name the schools. Yeah, this road's a little bit more icy. I will say, although I think I just said a few minutes ago, yeah, this is a nice little neighborhood. Alright, so I will make a left turn here. So this will get us back onto Oakdale Drive here. And now we're on some better surface. So we just made a full circle, and that Amazon truck is no longer there anymore. All right, we'll make a left turn here onto Edmore Road. I'll have to wait for that car, but now we can go. And then this will take us back out to Hatchery Road. Okay, we'll make a left turn, and good timing. There's cars coming, but I got some room to work with. Yeah, the snow showers are getting a little, well, I'd say heavier because it's still pretty light. Yeah, unfortunately this time we will have to stop here at Fremby's. Oh, it didn't have to stop for very long, but that's okay. Okay, so now we'll continue west on Hatchery. So over here at the intersection of Hatchery and Crescent Lake Road, this is the city center of Waterford. So as we'll see in a little bit, we'll be going by all the different city offices, like there's the fire department. So we'll make a right turn up ahead at this traffic light. So we're going north on Kettering Drive. So we're going to be going by Waterford Kettering High School, which is the older of the two high schools in Waterford, with Kettering High School opening up in 1961. Got a little bit of a speed bump here. And I see another one up ahead. And another. There's an event going on in here. Probably maybe like a game or something. I'm gonna make a U-turn in here because it's getting a little crowded down the other way. So yeah, it looks like it's nice that they have a separate handicap lot. But too much commotion going on the other way. We'd have to make a U-turn anyway. And I gotta wait. Lots of cars coming. Okay, there's a little bit of a gap, so I'm gonna go ahead and go. So yeah, that was Waterford Kettering High School. Yeah, unfortunately up ahead we got a traffic light and it's a stop sign, so with there being a big line, this is going to take us a while to get through it, depending on how much traffic is on Hatchery. One more speed bump to go over. That one was a little nasty, but if you go slow enough, it's not that bad. Oh, that's good. A lot of people are doing not like making a left or making a right, so this will. Yeah, I actually want to cross over. Okay, so good timing. Nobody's coming. Oh yeah, we're really close to the Oakland County International Airport because we've seen a small airplane come in for landing. So this will take us over to like a lot of the city offices. So over here you got the main city offices, you got the Waterford Police Department, you got the Waterford Public Library, and also one of the district courts. I have to make sure to stop here, otherwise I'll easily get a ticket. And there's even a cemetery over here too. And this will take us over to Crescent Lake Road. So if I would have made a left turn onto Hatchery and gone to Crescent Lake Road, I'd be coming back down over here. I got a little bit of a wait. Yeah, I had to wait for a lot of cars, like at least 10. Yeah, my windshield's starting to get a little wet. Oh, I got smudges on my windshield now. At the next traffic light, I'm gonna have to clean my windshield. To be honest, that made it worse. Alright, so what we'll do up ahead is the traffic light we're coming up to, that is M59 or Highland Road. So I will drive a little bit on Highland Road. Just to get a little bit of a taste of it. And I got a lot of stuff going on here. I got an Aldi. There's even a Kroger on the other side of the traffic light. Oh, there's a pretty big backup for the light. Okay, so we'll make a right turn here. If we were to go Crescent Lake Road further to the south, it mainly just goes by residential neighborhoods, and it'll take you all the way down to, or ends up at Elizabeth Lake Road. Yeah, over here you got Planet Fitness, you got Panera Bread on the left side, you got a Boston Market on the right. It's a Furikota Cafe, where it's a really nice vegan place. They make some great acai bowls in there. Because I remember when I filmed the restaurant tour, when I did a vegan restaurant tour in early 2020, that was the last restaurant I went into before everything closed down for the whole pandemic and all of that. It's like I'll never forget that. Oh, now the snow's starting to pick up a little bit. It's the heaviest it's been yet in this driving tour. So we're crossing over Airport Road. We'll be on Airport Road in a little while. But to the right, that is Oakland County International Airport. So it's a larger airport, but it's not big enough to where they got even the connecting flights which go to either Detroit or Grand Rapids or Chicago. It's still a smaller airport. But there have been times when the President of the United States or even the Vice President have flown in from the Oakland County, or flying into Oakland County Airport. I don't know if our current president has or not. So I know former President Trump and former President Obama have flown in there, if I'm not mistaken. Or if not them, maybe their vice presidents, which would have been either Mike Pence during the Trump administration or Joe Biden when he was vice president under the Obama administration. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, all along Highland Road or M59, you got a lot of different businesses, restaurants, fast food places, even a Burger King, Culver's. Got a really nice bowling alley off to the left, Century Bowl. Also, movie theater, MGR Waterford. Even a El Patio Mexican restaurant there. Alright, so what we'll do next is we'll make a left turn here onto Williams Lake Road. And I do have a little bit of a wait. Yeah, this was a long light here. So if we were to continue west on Highland Road or M59, we'd be going into White Lake Township. And now it'll take you right by Pontiac Lake. But speaking of Pontiac Lake, we're going to go on Pontiac Lake Road, we're going to make a left turn, and we're going to head back into Waterford. So yeah, we're now heading east on Pontiac Lake Road. Got a lot of apartment complexes along in here. Yeah, so it's snowing harder right now, but it's warmed up a little. So my car thermometer is now 30 degrees Fahrenheit, or just a little bit under 1 degree, or minus 1 degree Celsius. Yeah, I gotta be careful though, make sure hopefully it doesn't get any more intense, otherwise the roads might start getting bad or something. this driving tour, there's not a... I'd say we could maybe got like another 15, maybe 20 minutes tops left. We're back at Hospital Road, and I forgot to mention, yeah, we did pass Hospital Road when we were on M59 just a little while ago. This Hospital Road ends up north at M59. Oops, someone's car got stuck there. But yeah, the next neighborhood I want to drive into is going to be coming up in about a couple miles or so, 2 or 3 miles, so that'd be a good spot for me to swap my camera battery, because my battery's getting down to 7%. So the timing is going to be pretty good. See it very well, but I felt like the car that just passed us on the other side of the road, that looked like almost like an Uber or a Lyft vehicle. Yeah, you can tell that they paved this road, I think this past year, that this is really nice and smooth. A little small cemetery up to the right, and here is Airport Road. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make the traffic light. Okay, so we'll continue to the east. The next neighborhood we're going to be going into is going to be coming up in like half a mile. Got another apartment complex off to the right there. And we're about to cross over the Clinton River once again. Yep, here we are at the Clinton River. And we'll make a right turn up here at Pine Grove Avenue. So I'm going to pull over in here really quick because I need to swap my camera battery. So 1 second, please. All right, got a new battery in, so we are good to go. If only the batteries would last for 2 hours, I would only have to use one, but that's all right. So anyway, so we're heading south on Pine Grove Avenue. This will take us back down to Elizabeth Lake Road, but we're gonna take a different way over to Elizabeth Lake Road, and we'll do that by making a right turn here onto Clinton River Drive. And yeah, this road is really icy. So the home prices in here, they average between 170 and 260,000, although there are a lot of outliers, especially for some of the homes that are really large, where they could be a lot more than what I just stated. I do say that we don't have that much more left in this video, because what I'm going to be doing next is this will take us back over to Elizabeth Lake Road, and then we'll take that back over to Airport. We'll take that straight up. And then we'll be doing some wiggling around, go through one more neighborhood, and then we'll eventually finish off back over near where Dixie Highway is. Alright, so here's Elizabeth Lake Road, and we'll make a right turn, and we can go right now. If we're to go the opposite direction on Elizabeth Lake Road, that'll eventually take us over toward Crescent Lake, and then we end up back over to Cooley Lake Road where we were much earlier in the video. And we're going over the Clinton River once again. And if we continue on Elizabeth Lake Road further to the west, the next traffic light you see way down there, that's Lock Haven, where we were much earlier in this video. Alright, so now we're heading north on Airport Road. Got a little Catholic church in here, and then a little residential neighborhood to the left, and then a lot of apartment complexes on the right. Although the one over here to the right, this looks like the same one I saw when I was on Pontiac Lake Road just a little bit ago. And we just made a circle. This is Pontiac Lake Road over here. So we'll continue heading north, and we're almost back up to M59 again. So unlike Hospital Road, which does not go by or to a hospital, this road does go by an airport. So this road is not misleading. The road, but they're starting to go now. Although the car in front of me is dawdling a little bit. Oh, almost not even gonna make this traffic light, but it just made it. Although the car behind me decided to almost run the red light, so it's like not smart. So to the left, that is Oakland County International Airport. Oh, that's cool. An old military helicopter up to the right. Yeah, you can tell the wind's blowing right now because that U.S. flag is blowing pretty hard right now, so it's very windy out. So it's like if it's snowing out and it's very windy, it makes it even worse. And we're back at Hatchery Road once again. Some construction over there to the left there. The snow's let up a little bit. But yeah, it's like, yeah, I love doing these driving tour videos because it gets me out to different neighborhood or different areas around the Metro Detroit area. But of course, it's like the only thing is that they take a long time to film because yeah, it's like I've been filming this for almost 2 hours. So it's like, also the plan, these type of videos, they definitely take longer to plan. Huntoon Lake off to the right. So it's like this takes up a good part of a day to film one of these. But again, these are enjoyable though. So that's pretty much why I don't film them all the time. But anyway, we'll make a left turn onto Williams Lake Road here. Oh, good. Didn't have to wait for very long. So a little fun fact, we'll see this toward the end of the video. Williams Lake Road going east, that turns into Walton Boulevard over at Dixie Highway. But we're going to go into our last neighborhood in this video, so we'll make a slight right onto Mace Day Drive here. Williams Lake Road continues to the left. Yeah, we've been driving by a lot of elementary schools. This is Schoolcraft Elementary School. Likely named after Henry Schoolcraft. But I've noticed that all the different elementary schools are modeled very similarly to each other. At least the ones I've driven, a lot of the ones I've driven by. Okay, looks like the service is starting to not get as good over here. That was nice while it lasted. Okay, so we'll continue down this curve here. And if we make a left turn here, we'll continue down Mace Day Drive. I think this is called pronounced Mace Day. I've heard Macy Day as well too, but that may or may not be correct. Okay, and here is Whitfield Drive. Yeah, it looks like the pavement's going here. It's paved, but it's like not that little area over there. So yeah, this is pretty scenic in here. Very little, but on the other side of those homes to the right, that is Mace Day Lake. Remember one time when I was a kid, my parents and I used to camped out over the boat launch that's on the lake, that's off Williams Lake Road, and we got to watch a fireworks show for Independence Day. Snowing anymore, although I just see like maybe a few random flurries. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention to you. When we were on Mace Day Drive, the home prices were like $150,000 to $300,000. The ones here on Whitfield, they get quite expensive. They can go anywhere from $350,000 to all the way up to over $1 million. Just because homes on the lake are a lot more expensive and a lot higher in taxes too. So keep that in mind if you're looking to buy a home. Alright, so we're turning right back on to Williams Lake Road. And then, yeah, that boat launch or boat ramp I was telling you about, we're coming up to it right now. That's to the right. So I think we parked on the side of the road here, and we just got lawn chairs or something. We watched the fireworks go over the lake. So over here, this is where Williams Lake Road turns from being east and west to north and south. If you make a right turn here, that's Mesa Day Lake Road. That'll eventually take you up toward like the Clarkson area. On this road, like not only the direction that we're traveling, but going the opposite way too. And what's cool here is that Williams Lake Road becomes a boulevard here. Let's see over here to the left. So we're about to drive by Pontiac Lake Recreation Area. To make a right turn onto Gale Road there, it's a small secondary road. It'll eventually take you over toward where the campground is. I do want to go east on Hatchery Road over here. This is where Hatchery Road ends up. But I'll go over there maybe right now. To the right, that's the main entrance for Pontiac Lake Recreation Area. They have a nice little beach area over there. A lot of picnic tables too. And also the start of a hiking trail which takes you all the way up to the campground. Yeah, I've been on the trail back in there too. It's a nice trail. It's like it's a little hilly too, so it's pretty scenic, especially if you go there in the fall. Okay, so we'll make a right turn to Hatchery. And I forgot to mention too, it's like Williams Lake Road goes along the western edge of the airport. Road over here that we're going to be driving on, this is just a residential neighborhood or residential area for the most part. And you have to be careful on this road because it got some very sharp curves in areas. And the lake to the left, that is Williams Lake. It's like, I've lost count on how many lakes we've driven by in this video. It's like, there are a lot in Waterford Township. Here's one of those sharp curves I was telling you about, so you gotta go really careful on this curve. And we got another one coming up maybe 500 feet from here. Oh, two curves. So we got a big curve here. And another here. rest of the way it goes nice and straight. And we're just about to have made a big circle. There's that traffic light up ahead. That is Airport Road. And we're about to see some repeat footage because we'll be going back to the north on Airport Road. And hopefully this traffic light lasts long enough. Nope, it was really short. So I'll be here for a while. So I have to wait for traffic to clear. They're just dawdling a little bit, but now we can go. So yeah, now we have some repeat footage. But yeah, I think what that is, I think it's got to be a new building to replace maybe the existing one. Because that was like, yeah, that was Stepanski Early Childhood Center. So it's like a little, so it's like a preschool basically. So I think the building looked rather old, so I'm thinking they're putting in a new one, making it more modern. That's just my assumption, though. Okay, so we only have like another few minutes left in this video, because what I'm going to do is, now we're going to head back up to Williams Lake Road, but this time head east. So what I'll do to finish this video, I'll go all the way over to Dixie Highway or US Highway 24, and then I'll make a left turn at that traffic light, and then I'll end the video up over by where Dixie Highway and Andersonville Road meet, because that's like the northern edge of Waterford. Once again, driving by Huntoon Lake. Alright, we'll make a right turn here. And let's see if traffic is clear, and it is yes. However, we do have to stop here at this traffic light. Turning left there, that's a continuation of Airport Road. Yeah, I'm not blocking the intersection. Now take up to Andersonville Road. So yeah, there's not much really down the other way. Oh, the sun's starting to come out a little bit. What a way to end the video. Can't really see it because we're going east and the sun is angled toward the south around this time of the year. It's like that little snow shower brought us some sunshine, which is always a great thing to see. Oh, good timing. Light just turned green. This should be the last time we'll be crossing over the railroad tracks in this video. But after I get done filming this video, there's some errands I gotta run, and then get dinner, and then with it being the holiday season, I want to drive by a lot. I'm not gonna be able to film it because my GoPro I don't think does very well in the dark, but I want to drive by a bunch of Christmas light displays all throughout the metro area, so I'll do that this evening off camera. Which it's one thing I really enjoy doing around the holiday season. It's really cool to see what people have, how well they decorated their homes. Heck, what's really cool is that there's a lot of them will have these big light shows that go on where you tune into an FM radio station and it has it synced up to the music. Alright, so this is the intersection of Williams Lake Road and Dixie Highway or US 24. If you cross over the traffic light, this becomes Walton Boulevard. Yeah, a lot of cars making a left turn here, but thankfully the light's pretty generous. Although it wasn't going to last for too much longer. Okay, so we'll continue northwest on Dixie Highway or US Highway 24. And like what we saw earlier, this is got a lot of businesses, restaurants, department stores, all like smaller ones. So you got a Dunham Sports, a Dollar Tree. Man, that car is, I don't know if he's brave or stupid. And yeah, Kmart's been long gone, I think all over the country, but it's cool that they still have the sign for Kmart there. But yeah, Waterford Township, nice suburb of northwest suburb of Metro Detroit. We got to go all over Waterford today. So we'll pretty much wrap up the video once we cross over the traffic light for Andersonville, which is the next. Oh no, there's the second traffic light coming up. Alright, so I'm going to get ready to conclude the video here. Alright, so if you enjoyed this video, be sure to click that subscribe button to come on and join me for the adventure. And don't forget to click that notification bell so that way you know when a new video goes live. Well, thank you for watching, and this is Scott, or the Scott Man, signing out here from Waterford, Michigan, going over the Clinton River.